Hey everyone, this is Tom from VermiBag. This is the Mammoth 1. I didn't feed it terribly heavy last week. I put about 8 pounds of scraps and about 10 pounds of bedding on this side, so about 20 pounds. And that's all I did on the bag. This other side I didn't feed at all, so they've completely gone through everything that's in here right now. And I also took a half a pound of worms out of here to set up a little VermiBag micro for a school. So I'm going to do a massive feeding on this thing today and see how it handles it. So I have 24 pounds of bedding here. I just mixed another 1.5 pounds of coffee grounds in there too. So, just a smidgen under 25 pounds of bedding. And I have right at 20 pounds of green food scraps. So it's all cut up and ready to go. So I'm going to put here about 44 pounds, almost 45 pounds of food, scraps, and bedding. I pre-composted bedding into this VermiBag Mammoth 1, and we'll see how it handles it over a period of a week. So let me get it set up and we'll put it in. Okay, first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to mix this up just a little bit, just to kind of aerate the system before and you can see the worms in here. I mean, they're really getting fat. But I like to kind of agitate the top section of these bags before I add material and stuff. And even the bedding in here has been worked over really well. There's a little bit of, a couple little scraps of avocado, or not sure what that is actually. Oh, it's an orange. So, but go ahead and prepare this the normal way I do. Put a little thin layer of shredded newspaper. And absorb a little bit of that material, or that little bit of the moisture and stuff that comes out of this. This is a lot of food. And let's put some food in. Okay. Now I put a bunch of bedding in here and mix the bedding in really well. I mean, I have like a 7-gallon bag or bucket here. I have a lot of bedding in it. So I'm going to take this, I'll mix it even better than I normally do. I'm putting more bedding than I am scraps by a couple pounds. Before, I think I've pretty much been going about 50-50, but I know this is going to heat up a little bit. There's just so much nitrogen-rich food in here right now that it's going to want to heat up. So try and break it up a little bit. Let's go put the other 10 pounds or so of greens on the other side. Okay, this is the other side. Again, I didn't feed it at all last week. I actually don't see, there's still a lot of worms in there. But just going to agitate this side a little bit. I've actually already came about almost 2/3 across with the other. So I don't have any more shredded newspaper, so I'm just going to use this shredded paper that I have. It's a micro shred. Put that down a little bit more. That layer. And then, now I'm not draining too much liquid out of this stuff, so get rid of this knife. A bunch of moisture there, but that's all right. I don't have anything coming out the bottom of the bag right now at all. So, got a bunch of bedding on there. Okay, so there you have it. You have about 20 pounds of nitrogen-rich scraps and about almost 25 pounds of carbon bedding that's been pre-composting a little bit. Now the one thing I have noticed is even though I have these huge ventilation panels and stuff on this VermiBag Mammoth, when I put this much moisture-rich material in here and stuff, it does start to condensate even with those huge ventilation panels. So I'm definitely going to put some frozen water bottles in here during the week to keep it cool. And during the daytime, I may actually open it up like this just to get even more ventilation in here to keep this thing cool. So, you know, if I'd had a solid screen on here, maybe it'd be better. I don't really know. I do like the solid and the screen, but if you're going to push a system this much, you need as much ventilation as you can inside this system. There's no way you'd be able to do this with a solid lid. It just wouldn't work. I mean, there's just too much moisture that comes out of this material. So we'll take a look at this next week and see what it looks like. This is Tom from VermiBag. Till next time, ciao.